Thank you all so much for clicking on my video and welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. My name is Jenny and jumping into the first DIY. In today's video, I am going to be making 4 beautiful neutral joy signs. For the first sign, I have these 2 Christmas signs from the Dollar Tree and I'm removing the ribbon hanger. I am using 2 signs to glue together just to make this sign more sturdier and some of these signs from the Dollar Tree be warped. You can use 1, but I always like to use 2, and that way I have finished sides on both sides. And I like to take a sanding block and go around the sides after I glued it together to just sort of blend this into one sturdy sign. After I get that complete, I'm going to take my large half beads, and I did get these beads off Amazon a while ago, and so what I'm going to do is add these beads to the top and the bottom of this sign before I paint it. And 12 beads was able to fit on the sides. Now I'm going to have to check my Amazon cart to see what size beads these are, because they came in a pack with 3 different sizes, but this was the larger one. So I'm just going to go along the top and the bottom adding these beads, and then once all of my beads are added, I'm going in with some white Snow White chalk paint to paint this entire sign, and I'm making sure I go in the grooves. Today's video is a collaboration with my sweet friend May. We are bringing you some Christmas signs. I cannot wait to see what May came up with because she is so talented. So make sure after finish watching my video, you check the description box below to see what my sweet friend May have come up with, and make sure you tell her that Jeannie said hello. And if you're coming over from May's channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. As you can see, I created a hanger using some of the decorative rope from the Dollar Tree, and I just stapled it to the back. These beaded tray signs are new at the Dollar Tree, and I thought they were so pretty for $1.25. I'm just taking one of the oval shaped signs because they do have the round ones, and I'm just going around the beads and the sides, heavily distressing it with that same colored chalk paint. And then after that, I'm just going to add some hot glue and place the sign right in the center. This is so cute. I'm keeping these signs in today's video very simple and neutral. Now I went to my Cricut Joy to print out the word joy. You can use some stickers from the Dollar Tree. You can freehand paint it. You can write it on, but I just decided to print out joy using my Cricut. And so I'm not using any transfer tape. I just pulled the letters up with my little Cricut tool, and I'm just placing them right on the sign. You can embellish this, but I'm actually going to add my letters, and I'm not going to add any more embellishing to this sign. I think it's really pretty as is. Now my Y was a little too long, so what I'm going to do is take some scissors and just clip the top down. All of my signs today will say joy because I am sharing these signs with my sisters. How beautiful is this one? Now for my next sign, here is 3 of those beaded trays, and these are the round ones, just like the ones that I used in the first DIY, except that one was oval. But these are the only 2 shapes I've seen in the Dollar Tree. Now in this video, we wanted to use painter sticks in some way, so I'm just going to use 1 for this DIY, and I'm going to add the glue along the painter stick, and then I'm just going to place my round signs on there next to each other just to create a trio of signs. And I thought this was so simple and pretty. Now I'm going to take this little bell wood cutout that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it 1 coat of the white the Snow White chalk paint. And then now with my now sign, I'm taking a sanding block and distressing around the sides of those beads, just bringing in a little more distressing. And now I'm just going to hot glue that wood cutout bell right in the center, and I am going to embellish it a little bit. Now I did use a J and a Y that I cut out using my Cricut, but I thought I was filming that part, but I guess I did, so sorry about that. But what I did was I just cut out a J and a Y using some white vinyl, and I placed it at the top and the bottom to spell out joy. And then I'm just tying a little bow to tack down on that bell. And then what I did after I added my J and Y, I flipped it over on the back and I took a piece of decorative rope and I from the Dollar Tree and just stapled it on so that my sign can have a hanger. And how simple and beautiful is this sign? So for my next joy sign, I have two of these longer Christmas signs from the Dollar Tree that says believe, and I'm doing the same thing like in the first DIY, removing the hanger and gluing these two signs together to create a more sturdier sign. So I'm just going to add the hot glue along one sign, place the other one on top, just press it down real good, and then I'll take my sanding block like I did in the first DIY to sand down the edges. Now what I'm going to do is use some of the smaller half beads, and I'm going to create a J with these beads, and I'm going to create a Y. So what I'm doing is just lining up the J just to see about how many beads I'm going to use, and then I'm going to pull out some from the Y, and then I'll just start hot gluing these down to the sign. This sign is simple as well, and once again all of these signs are going to be neutral because I want to make sure that they blend in with some of my sister's decor. And this is the color I have in the room where my Christmas tree is. So in the TV room, those colors for Christmas are very neutral. So whichever signs I keep, I want to make sure that they blend in with the rest of those Christmas items in there. So once I get all of my beads tacked down, I'm going to go in with some white paint and paint over this entire sign. I'm now just creating my Y, and then I'm going to start painting everything. So I am going to paint over the beads, over the sign, because I wanted everything to be with this Snow White color. And then after I get everything painted, then I'll go in with that sanding block and distress over the beads and over the sign a little bit. Once I get that complete, I do want to bring in that natural wood cream color, and so I'm going to be adding a beaded wreath from the Dollar Tree. And these little beaded wreaths was out during the fall season, and I did pick up a couple of these because I knew they would come in handy for Christmas. I'm just cutting off the little buffalo check leaf, and then I'm going to cut the tag off, and I am going to eventually cut some of that jute hanger down just so it can look more presentable like a bow. So I'm just going to add some hot glue and press it down. I'm not painting over these beads because this is the sign that I am definitely going to keep, and I like the color scheme because I'm going along both sides of the sign with some jute cord. So I'm just wrapping it around, I'm cutting off the excess, and then I'm just going to tie the two ends together in a really messy bow, and I will be doing that to both sides of this sign. And then I'm embellishing that wreath a little bit with some greenery that I poured off a Dollar Tree pick, and that will be it for this sign. Super cute, super easy, and I just love the neutral colors. Now for the next DIY sign, I'm using one of these wood planks, these long wood planks from the Dollar Tree. You can use a painter stick. Those are just more sturdier. I have 3 of these chalkboard stands, and what I'm going to do is start attaching them, and I'm going to attach the ones on the end first. That way my spacing with the one in the middle can be even with the other 2. So I'm just going to hot glue the one on the other end, and then I'll attach the one in the middle. I do have to go in after I add the last one and remove all those tags in the back before I paint this, because what I'm going to be doing is painting this entire piece using that same color Snow White chalk paint by Waverly. So I'm going to paint the front, the back, the entire piece. Once I paint this, you can make this a double-sided sign because it looks the same on both sides, so you can decorate either side or you can decorate them both and just create a double-sided sign. I just did one side for today, but maybe I'll go back. If I keep this sign, I'll go back and do it, but more than likely this one will be going to my sister. So once I finish getting that painted, this is how it looked. Now I'm going to embellish it after I take my sanding block and distress it a little bit. Now to create my letters for the word joy, for the J and the Y, I'm actually going to use some of the decorative rope from the Dollar Tree to create my J and my Y. Now my Y, I had to go back and redo it. I did it off camera because for some reason it looked like it was backwards or something. It was weird, but I ended up fixing it. So I'm just cutting down how much I need for my J, and then I'll take the hot glue and write out the J with the hot glue and then press down the rope. And so once I get all of that pressed down, I'm going to now go and create my Y. And as I was creating my Y, it's when I realized it just seemed backwards to me. So all I did was pulled it up and then I repositioned it. So I just cut down one piece and I drew the line of glue, pressed it down, and then I cut down another short piece to create this other side of the Y, but I felt like it should have been the opposite way, so that's why I switched it. It looked like it was backwards. But for the O, I am using one of the wood slices from the Dollar Tree along with the little jute string hanger, because these are actually ornaments, but I created a little bow so I can attach it to the little hole at the top to cover that up. I was going to embellish that, but I decided not to because I'm already going to embellish the bottom with a little floral, so I didn't want to embellish that O either because I felt like that would have been too much. I'm trying to keep everything simple and neutral. So I have these 2 picks from the Dollar Tree. I just pulled the buds off, and then I'm just going to pick a few of them and attach them right to the bottom. And I'm going to pour 2 of these little white flowers to blend in. I'm going to put 2 on each side, and that's pretty much it for this joy sign. This was another simple one, but they came out really pretty. They look high-end, and I absolutely love how each one of them turned out. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. Don't forget that I am collabing with my sweet friend May from Craft Away with May. So don't forget to check the description box below for the link to her channel. And once again, if you're coming over from May's channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.